Welcome back to Burkeshire Farm. My name's Frank. I'm working on another little project here today on the Barndominium. Our contractor, last time he was here, he came in and he put blocks in between these 2x4 studs everywhere where there's going to be cabinets. And he did it out, just to be kind. He did it out of the kindness of his heart. He put them here in the bottom and in the top, so that when it comes time for when Jackie and I install our cabinets, we don't have to be worrying about finding any studs. We can fasten just about anywhere we'd like. But I did, here I go again. It's me. I can't help it. Something that I didn't like, and I'll show you. You can see here, when he came in and put all these blocks in, he ran the toenails here on the face of all the wood. I've already taken this one out, but he ran them here on the face and on the face, and over here you can see what's going on here. And anyways, I don't know if you can tell or not, but the heads of every single one of these is sticking out. I'm going to bring you up here and show you how it sticks out. I don't know if you can see that, but they stick out. And in my opinion, where the cabinet's going to go, it doesn't matter. That's fine. I don't care what it looks like behind the cabinet, obviously. But if you look at these here, this right here is the power that comes in underneath our cabinet, which means the bottom of the cabinet line is going to be right here. So if the bottom of that cabinet runs here, every one of these is going to be in sheetrock right here. And what do you think that nail sticking out? When you take sheetrock and you go over that nail and you fasten it here and you fasten it over here, and you got like a sore thumb sticking right into that sheetrock right there, what do you think that's going to do? I'll tell you what it's going to do. Eventually that sheetrock's going to crack. So in my opinion, we would have cracks in our sheetrock down underneath the bottom of our cabinets. So I'm going back. I removed all of the nails. I've got the top done. I've got most of this bottom done. But what I'm doing is I'm coming in and I'm taking a 3-inch drywall. I toenailed it here on the other side, one down here on the bottom, and another one on the bottom going this way. I toenailed all those 3-inch drywall screws into the sides so that I can come back in here and pull all these nails out. A lot of you might be thinking, Frank, why in the world are you out in there doing that? Well, my wife Jackie, we were in here one day doing some cleaning up, and I was doing a couple of different things that I needed to do to prepare the Barndominium for sheetrock. And she came in here and came back here and went like this. And because these 2x4s here are turned flat, you've only got 1.5 inches to hit. So what happened is when they drove the nail in this way, it came out the back of the 2x4. And you look back there, and you could see nails it looked like spider web. And she's like, Frank, I don't like that. And I looked and I said, I don't like it either. And I told the contractor about it, and he started to try to repair it and said something about, well, maybe he's going to come back and grind the heads off. But if you grind the head off, it's really not going to hold it as far as the cabinet. We start loading cabinets up full of dishes and whatnot. They get pretty heavy, and I don't know how strong that would be. So anyways, our contractor went in, I guess, a couple of days ago and had some eye surgery done, so he's going to be down and out for a few days. And believe me, we truly want this to move forward as quickly as possible. The next phase is sheetrock, and once the sheetrock's done, I think I've mentioned before, Jackie and I purchased a Barndominium shell. That's it. It's just the shell. Anything and everything that went above and beyond that has been either Jackie and I doing it, like installing the shower pan and things like that. A contractor came in and did the plumbing. Our family, the electric, Dempsey Family Electric, they sent out a fella that basically he and I worked together. We did all of the electrical, and we are going to take you around and bring you up to date and show you all of this stuff. I just would like to be able to do that when Jackie's able to join us. But regardless, that's why I'm in here doing this. I want to get it done. I don't want to wait. I don't want to put the sheetrock off any longer. And that's why I'm in here just knocking this out. Okay everyone, I've got another project that I'd like to take care of today. What we did, we're over here at Jackie's 72-inch bathtub, soaker bathtub. In our last home in Arizona, there was a big soaker type bathtub. Not quite this big, but it was a big soaker tub. And believe it or not, I was the only one that ever used it. Jackie, I don't think, maybe once in 12 years. And she told me, she said the only reason she doesn't like to take a bath is because she doesn't want to rinse her hair off in the dirty bath water. So I came up with this idea of how about we just put a sprayer in here that she can pull up and rinse her hair. And she said, if you do that, I'll take more baths. We went out and purchased a faucet set that is designed to have a shower head on it. But what I'm going to do is, rather than having any type of a shower head come up, I'm going to take this part of the faucet right here. I've come in with CPVC, and you've got to use CPVC anytime that you're going to be running any hot water. PVC doesn't like hot water very much. So I'm going to run CPVC out of this top of the spout. I'm going to come over, I'm going to angle over, I'm going to come through this 2x4. As it comes through the 2x4, on this side of the 2x4, I'm going to put another 90-degree angle. On this side, it's going to come down the center of this 2x4 on this side. It's going to come down all the way below the tub line. And then what we're going to do is take this piece. This is the piece that's going to go down below the tub line, like this. It's going to go all the way down from this elbow. On this end, you can see I'm going to attach a threaded coupling. And what I plan to do is to take like a handheld sprayer. I will attach it to this threaded coupling down below the tub. It'll have a hose on it. The hose will just lay down below the tub. And right here in this corner, right about in here where it's nice and flat, I'm going to drill through this tub. Believe it or not, I'm going to drill it. I really don't like the idea of that, but I'm going to drill a hole in this tub and put like a handheld sprayer that Jackie can pull up and rinse her hair off when she's in the bathtub. I'm going to take a little bit of Teflon tape and go around this threaded bib here. I shared this on one other video, and that is when you're putting Teflon tape on threads, you want to go in a clockwise direction. When you go in a clockwise direction on the threads, you stop and think about it, you're going to come back and take the piece that you're going to thread onto the threads, and it goes clockwise. Well, if you don't run your tape clockwise, what happens is the end of the tape comes counterclockwise and ends. When you break it off, it's got an end on it, and then you start trying to thread your whatever piece that you're putting on the threads, you're trying to thread that on clockwise. Well, the next thing you know, it picks up the end of the Teflon and starts to pull it back around and unscrews the Teflon as you're screwing the piece down on the thread. So you always want to run your Teflon clockwise in the same direction as the threads. There we go. You only need to go around maybe 2 or 3 times. There's that. Now I'm going to take my little threaded coupling, go right on here. And you don't, when you're working with plumbing, you don't want to over tight. Don't go real tight. You don't want to, it doesn't have to be real tight. With plumbing, you just want it good and snug. If you tighten it too much, you can cause it to leak. Just taking a file, and I'm going to clean the inside edges. This is a round file. I'm going to clean the inside edges real good. The outside edges. I'm going to get all the little burrs off. I don't want to put any tools up here because I'm afraid something's going to fall in the bathtub. That wouldn't be good. Take our purple primer. Prime this up real good. A lot of guys working with PVC and CPVC, they'll just real quick take the primer, prime it on there, put some glue on it, and away they go. I truly like to wait for the primer to dry. I'm pretty sure it does say 2. Wait for it to dry completely before you cement them in. So I like to do that. Come down just a little bit on this side. One elbow. Primer on the elbows. There's 2 elbows. Let that dry. Not be too generous with the glue, that's for sure. Don't want any leaks on this one. You can see I've got my elbow glued on here, and I'm going to take this piece, comes right through this 2x4, right into this elbow. That's about right. Clean this off real good. Bit of primer on this. We'll let that dry. Now I'm going to take and put glue on here and some glue in here. Take this piece, put it in. I'm going to turn it about 1/4 of a turn, like that. Going straight down is where I want that. Right straight down, just like that, yep. While that's drying, I'm going to take my primer, get this piece primered up, let that dry. A little bit of primer in this elbow. Now we'll get some glue on here. Again, just in. Quarter of a turn. Okay, everyone. The spout that I ordered on Amazon came in yesterday, and I can finish up this little project that I'm working over here on Jackie's bathtub. You can see I had to transition here into galvanized. It's all they had out here at this small little hardware store that we've got out here. And it's just gonna have to do until I can get to a Home Depot or something and go ahead and see if I can't find the transition in a CPVC, rather, because I really don't care for that galvanized in there. But it's all they had. I can finish this thing up. I want to show you here, I did go ahead and drill the hole in the bathtub. And fortunately it turned out really nice and clean. You can see here, I drilled the hole right there in that corner. And here's the brushed nickel spout that I ordered. Comes with about a 4-foot hose on it. This right here, of course, is the cradle. And all I'm going to do is take this cradle, go right down in here with it. Just like that. And then it gets this piece on the bottom, which just threads on it. So this threads up here. Nice and tight, that's good. Then we take our hose. The hose goes right down in there. Come around. Like that. This part's going to screw onto the bottom of this. Now all I need is like a bracket right here to hold this nice and tight against the 2x4. I think it's going to work. The only thing that I think I'm going to do different is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to cut this CPVC, and I'm going to cut this. I'm going to put a coupling in here to where I can go ahead and raise this on up to about here, because it's going to give her just a little bit extra hose if I bring this on up here a little ways. So I'll just get a coupling, cut this, take some of it out, bring it up, and that'll give it a little bit more hose. But all in all, that's exactly what I was looking to accomplish. She can bring that sprayer out, spray her hair off, and put it right back in. Another project complete. Okay, so once everything is completely installed, it will have a tub spout here that has the little button on the top that she can pull up. Once she pulls that up, it will activate the shower portion of the fixture. The water pressure will go down and then feed the sprayer, and she can rinse her hair off. So I think that's about it for today. I want to thank you for joining me out here again at Burkeshire Farm, completing another little project of mine. I hope that some of the information that I give, whether it's carpentry, plumbing, things that I've done pretty much my whole life, helps a lot of people out. I would like to say, if you have access to your to the underside of your bathtub, and this is a project that you might like to take on for your wife or for your children, it makes it really nice to rinse off children and children's hair and things like that, I would think. Be interested in something like this, I will put a link down in the description for the spout. I'll put a link down there for the spout that we purchased and any other items that I got to be able to complete this little project. But again, thank you very much for clicking on our channel. And by all means, if you're not a subscriber, please consider hitting that subscribe button. We'd love for you to join us out here as we build this Barndominium here in Texas. And by all means, please take a minute and hit that like button. It sure helps us out here on the farm. It gets our videos out in front of more and more people. And until next time, God bless.